Yo, Nintendo is on point right now, already patching Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, listening to player feedback and giving the fans what they want just a week after the game has come out. Now, I want to make it clear, I don't think that like a weekly patch is necessary or needed for Super Smash Bros., but this is so well done. Like, it shows that they want to address problems quickly, they want to make Super Smash Bros. Ultimate the best game that it can be as soon as possible, and this is actually really nice because a lot of people, you know, they have college, they have work, they have a real life, they have a family, so they haven't even been able to get an insane amount of game time onto these games. Like, the tryhard players, the overcompetitive people, the dedicated players, yeah, they've already realized a lot of these problems, but what it's doing is it's setting up the game better for everyone. You know, people that are going to be getting the game a little later, people that are getting the game on Christmas. So that's what I really like about this patch update. They got it out there super quick. They make it to where the least amount of people are being inconvenienced, and they are listening to the problems and adjusting to it. So let's go over these patch notes and give my thoughts. Offline gameplay. Adjusted the difficulty of approaching challengers. Now, I didn't feel like they were too difficult, but I've been hearing that, like, you know, the more you unlock, the harder they get, and some of them have already been a little insane. If you follow, like, Twitter and Facebook, the memes of how difficult some of these fighters are is pretty serious, and again, like, not everyone that plays this game is going to be, like, a competitive, overly dedicated player, so it does go against what Sakurai said if they are a little too difficult. And I like that they did launch a little overbuffed. You know, it just kind of shows that they weren't really trying to be soft with this game. They're like, we're just going to throw this out there and we're going to make people deal with it. I can appreciate that, but maybe just a little overtuned, and adjusting that. You know, I think that games are getting easier in general these days. Growing up in the 90s, growing up with all difficult games, not a huge fan of this, but I don't think it's the worst thing that could happen. But then, the online gameplay. They are listening and they are making pro-consumer choices. Trying to care about the competitive scene. I love it. I think one great example of this is Leffen, because Leffen, he was very vocal about the problems in Smash Ultimate, and a lot of people agreed, because I got tired of being in elite battles and then going to like spirit tracks with items and then just losing to BS, and there goes like 20,000 GSP because one of the noobs that selected the format, or, you know, there's someone that has like 300,000 GSP less than you, just kind of cheesing out a victory because they get the Smash Ball and you just get wiped off the map or something. So yeah, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is really something special, man. In what other game can you have a 4-man match where Cloud, Joker, Mario, and Sonic face off with Pokeballs and assist trophies going left and right despite those 4 players all searching for 1v1, no items? Amazing. The only way we can make a loud enough noise is to have Nintendo fix their online is through meme marketing, retweet to save an online player's sanity. Now, I actually strongly support Leffen with what he's been doing with Smash Ultimate and trying to make the game as good as possible, so that's why I wanted to, like, shout out his tweet right here, but it shows, like, Nintendo's listening. It's not just Leffen. It's not just the top players that are complaining. A lot of people are when you want to have something competitive, especially in Elite, and then you get memed out of it. So, online gameplay. When matchmaking in quick play, the format setting of your preferred rules will be more highly prioritized. This may cause matchmaking to take some more time, and I'm okay with that, especially right now when there's tons of players that are trying to get into games. Like, I haven't had to wait more than 10 seconds for a match, and that worries me, because I don't want to instantly get grouped into 4 people when my preferred rules are 1v1s, no items. You know, I don't want that happening. I'm used to playing League of Legends. I'm used to playing Overwatch. If I have to wait a minute and 30 seconds for a quality queue, I'm okay with that. There's really no problem there. So I can understand maybe, like, to make the game feel a bit more seamless and not as, like, oh man, impatient with people, they tried to just kind of rush the matchmaking. But I think that was just unhealthy for the competitive scene. There's still no guarantee you'll find a match that has your exact preferred rules, but hopefully, like, takes into consideration, like, if I want a 5-minute 3-stock match and someone else wants a 7-minute 3-stock match, they'll just group us together. I'm okay with that. As long as, like, no items, no meme stages, and they just kind of do their best to make that work, that's fine. I think, like, I've also had some really silly ones, too, like a 3-minute 2-stock match against the Ganondorf. It's like, oh, that guy's just trying to be mad cheese, you know? Increased stability of synchronous connection within arena battles, so improving the online. Nice. Online features require Nintendo Switch Online membership. So, people are still upset about the Nintendo Switch Online membership. I can't fault Nintendo for it, because this is why, like, if they're getting money every month and they have popular games, those games are going to get care because they're getting the funding for better, like, internet stability, which I've noticed has, like, it has on and off days. You know, some days are a lot better, some days are a little worse, but you can tell Nintendo's actively trying to make the online matchmaking pretty solid. And people are complaining, like, that you need money to pay. It's like, well, it's not free for Nintendo to kind of have this stuff going on. Then we have the miscellaneous. Game balance adjustments, various gameplay fixes, the fighters add specific adjustments are listed below. Now this is my only problem. Like, why can't we get the actual details? This is the crap I didn't like from Super Smash Bros. 4, where it's like game balance changes, and then everyone on like Reddit and the forums would have to go through, test every mechanic, test every character, see if there's like different damages knockback by like, oh, look at that, this character got like 0.3% changed on his jab, and now it's a 1 frame quicker jab or 1 frame slower, and like some kind of weird nerf stuff going on. So with that, it's like, yeah, I wish we had the actual changes so people wouldn't have to fish for them. Also, we don't really know other things, you know, various gameplay fixes. Thanks. Did you remove a feature that people liked? Did you tweak something now that it works different? Is there something that we thought was legitimately a feature but turned out to be a bug, and then Sakurai's like, nah, get it out of here? The adjusted fighters. So this is where things are going to get interesting. Patch notes are mostly going to be like looking at Reddit and forums and having like the pro players kind of come to consensus as to what might have been adjusted. So I'm going to actually try to look for that to see what happened with Donkey Kong, Link, Kirby, Luigi, Ice Climbers, all these characters right here, and see how long it takes for people to find that stuff. So checking something like Smashboards a few days after a patch is probably going to be best, because like it's going to take a while to figure out everything. So we have something like the 1.2.0 patch discussion thread. Here's patch notes, so you can go and check those out. That patch notes thread is locked to the public. We will move confirmed posts into it as they come, which I think is really nice. So this is about, you know, hand out large infractions, temporary bans, those who stifle this process of patch note exploration, posting false changes, asking if anything has changed when the patch notes are there for you to read, immature behavior, stuff like that. Checking changes, remember that percent values taken from proper matches, non-training mode, have scaling adjustments, so 1% difference in a match may not be a real patch change and needs to be double checked. So yeah, I think that's really cool. So this is what I mean, people coming together, maybe giving their thoughts, having other pros and other people like making it happen. You know, Z-dropping and hit stun is gone, and it seems like that was confirmed. Global change can no longer Z-drop items out of hit stun, which is why it would be nice if we got understanding of what's being changed. So yeah, various gameplay fixes. I remember hearing about that because people were able to do some like crazy stuff when it came to Link and not getting comboed because you could Z-drop items out of hit stun. So characters that got items could pull some shenanigans like that. We also don't really have too many changes, so 5:55 p.m. Oh, that was like 30 minutes ago. Pivot and dash grab now makes facial expressions during the whiff animation. Yay, and then, so this is, like, I wonder how this is going to go, because I remember Super Smash Bros. 4, people were just having to test everything, and they would find some, like, really subtle changes, but now, like, we have a list, and it's going to be interesting. The really interesting thing is going to see if a character that isn't listed actually got some kind of change. Because I think that that's going to be another thing, so we're like, what's Nintendo adjusting, what's happening? Like, this isn't a balance change, this is just kind of like, either a quality of life or maybe like a glitch fix or something. So we're going to see what happens there. As for the rest of it, I feel like this is all very consumer friendly stuff. There was like an update that said notice of replays with patch 1.2. So they were like, hey, a patch is coming up. If you want to protect that, you know, your replay data will be erased with the new patch. So replays created in versions before 1.2 are not compatible with 1.2. If you have replays you want to keep, you need to convert your replays by going to Vault, Replays, Replay Data, convert the video before updating the software, and they already gave this update. You know, local wireless has not been compatible between 1.2 and earlier versions. Make sure that all players are using the same version of the software. Online features must be updated. It's all cool stuff. It's all really cool stuff, guys. So yeah, unfortunately, we haven't gotten a patch for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Like, I was like, this is side rant about Pokemon and Game Freak. You know, when we went to the 3DS, I was wondering if we were going to get like balance changes or stuff with Pokemon X and Y, because we have game versions. We have 1.2. We have like, I think X and Y mate's like 1.5? 1.4, I believe I remember. Same with the Mega Man Sapphire. So there's like game-breaking glitches, like the Lumio City glitch, where if you if you like restarted your game in a specific area, you just got soft lock permanently, and then they ended up patching the game where it even canceled out the soft lock and stuff. So I mean, I saw that, but then there weren't any balance changes. There weren't anything like that. Super Smash Bros. 4, they were giving balance changes. They were able to adjust their game on the 3DS, and now with like Pokemon Nintendo Switch, there's kind of no excuse to not do it, especially because like Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey has game updates and adds things like the Luigi balloons and some other like neat features and new stuff. So I want to see that happening for all these other games, but just kind of shows that Nintendo is not messing around. So I guess we'll like kind of update with the full patch notes. I'll give my thoughts on those as well, and hopefully Isabel's fishing rod doesn't get nerfed too much. And then to kind of end the video, I want to show how nuts it is that Nintendo doesn't document any of these changes, And we discover so much about the game on our own, find out all the numbers, the hit stun, the frame data and all that, and then like they change tons of stuff on us, and they just sometimes like, oh, this character got a little bit of a change or something. So you can see like neutral changes. So yeah, we have bug fix, nerf, buff, stuff like that. So second hit duration increased 7 frames, 8 frames, Charizard, all these weird changes that are so subtle but get confirmed by people. Weight, airspeed, neutral changes, cloud nerfs, all this stuff. So I mean, this happens like every patch, and like you can just see that for Super Smash Bros. 4, it was tons of characters that had to be all discovered and stuff like that. Sometimes there'd be like one change on one character. Pikachu, quick attack canceling has been removed from both Omega and regular versions of Umbra, Clock Tower, and intricate infinite combos on that stage. Yeah, so I mean, like, so like that's also like it's a nerf mixed with bug fix, because like I said, sometimes Nintendo, they're going to go after the tech. You know, if Super Smash Bros. Melee could be patched, there would be no wave dashing, because that's been seen as a glitch, but it got competitive use. So it's going to be interesting to see, like, what is addressed as something that can be, that's going to be just, like, fixed, or something that's going to stay in, because people are making it work in a competitive way that isn't game-breaking, despite it not being an intended result. So there we go, guys. I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen with the patch notes. The biggest thing is that, you know, Nintendo is listening. They're taking the memes, they're taking the complaints, and they're giving it to us in a really quick way. So I like that. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.